we should actually care about most, right? We want to know two things from a COVID test. Do I have the disease in a way that will cause me do I have an infection with the virus that will cause me to develop COVID, the disease, and can I pass it to other people? Those are the things you would want to know. And so I'm going to tell you the things you need to know in order to be able to detect that. All right, remember, these are the things. This is what a good test should tell us, all of these particular things right here. We would like to know them. So let's ask the question if this PCR test for COVID actually does these things for us. First, what is the PCR? It stands for polymerase chain reaction. There are these cycles. What you're looking at here on this graphic shows that there are two little pieces of DNA in there, and they get amplified in this process, and they get turned into 4, and then they get turned into 8, into 16, into 32. It's a doubling cycle. And so after 10 cycles, what we see here is that the signal has been multiplied by 1,000-fold, just over 1,000-fold. And after 20 cycles, it's just over 1 million. After 30 cycles, it's just over 1 billion. After 40 cycles, you've amplified the signal by just over 8 trillion, 1.1 trillion. So roughly 1,000-fold increase in signal for each 10-fold increase in cycles. So what this means is that if you can detect the virus after just 10 cycles, you really got a lot of virus particles in you. And if you can detect it after 20 cycles, you still have a lot of viruses in you. At 30 cycles, starts to get a little iffy. After about 40 cycles, it's probably meaningless. And we're going to discuss why that is. By the way, all this came from the September 1st video titled Bad Testing. And there's the link to it right down there if you want to go back and review this sort of stuff. And this is also from September 1st, to repeat it here, to review it. Cycle threshold is just too damn high. So in July, they noted here, this lab identified 794 positive tests based on a threshold of 40 cycles. Wow. And means in Massachusetts, with the cutoff of just 35 cycles, about half the tests would no longer be called positive. So remember, with like, oh my God, 160,000 cases in the US. But if that's at 40 cycles, and we said, no, the new threshold's 35, that would probably drop to 80,000 cases, right? And if we said the threshold was 30, it would probably drop again by a similar amount.